Fracture and
Yes,
hospitalization.
fracture and
Hospitalization.
hospitalization is not an adverse event. It is the seriousness criteria. Okay. So yes, humerus fracture is the adverse event. The patient was hospitalized. So it is a serious event. Humerus fracture is a serious event because the patient was hospitalized. Okay. And the patient had taken paracetamol. Now you have to assess whether paracetamol or just say some X drug. Okay. He has taken a suspect drug. Now you have to assess whether the suspect drug has caused this humerus fracture or not. Okay. It's a serious adverse event. Now, I will also, for this assessment, you cannot have only this information. With this very minimal information, it is difficult to assess, obviously. But if you are given only little information, obviously you will have to assess with this little information as well. But now just we are giving an example and we are discussing. I will also give some past medical history as well as some demographics of the patient. Okay. So this patient is, say, he is 85-year-old male, he has history of Parkinson's disease. Okay. And he had tendency to fall, and previously he had experienced multiple falls as well. Okay. So this is the past medical history, and the demographics is that he is 85-year-old male. Okay. So what about the clinical scenario? Do you have any clinical scenario around this?
Past medical
Past
history.
history.
Past history. Yeah, we have past medical history. The clinical scenario is that what happened at the time of event. Yes, we have the scenario, what it happened, right? So first he took the suspect drug. 10 minutes later, he was walking on a sidewalk. Okay. He was hit by a bicycle. He fell down. He sustained humerus fracture. So this is a clinical scenario, right? So we have everything in this case, the clinical scenario, past medical history. Based on this, whatever I have given the information, would you be able to assess the causality? Do you think the suspect drug is related to the adverse event or not? Yes, anybody? Yes or no? So if you say yes, you have to justify. If you say no, you have to justify. Justify means with the evidence, with whatever evidence we have. Okay. So if you do not have any evidence, you can conservatively assess. If you don't have much of the information, you can conservatively assess it, and you can query further the investigator or the physician. Okay. And get more information. Okay. So what the medical reviewer will do is, conservatively he can assess it as related, and then he will tell in the company comment like, we are querying more details are expected to come late, and then you can query about see, first you are not getting all these details. You got just the information that the patient took the suspect drug. He was walking on the sidewalk. He was hit by a bicycle and he fell down. Okay, and he sustained humerus fracture. So that's all the information you have. You did not get any past medical history, but you have the clinical scenarios. Okay, so you need some past medical history. In that case, what you do is you can deem it related conservatively, but you can query the investigator to ask for the past medical history. Am I audible?
There's serious echo.
Yeah, I feel that. So I don't know. Just a minute. Hold on with me.
I think everyone can mute, then only unmute when to talk.
Sorry, I think it was me. I was having a hard time logging in from my laptop, so I used my phone